I'm Haley Greathouse. Thank you for joining us this evening. If you've been driving around Troy lately, you might have noticed a few new signs on the road. The city has now adopted a new option for transportation. Courtney Addison explains.
The city of Troy is now a bicycle-friendly city. Troy officially launched its Share the Road initiative and is encouraging residents to use a more green method of transportation. The city of Troy's planning and zoning administrator, Melissa Sanders, says this is just one way to help residents stay stress-free.
You get to actually enjoy where you live, and you get to slow down just for a little while and just have a great peace of mind.
This process has been in the works for about 9 months. The bike routes are designed to make traveling easier, and that's because they run pretty much everywhere in the city limits.
Our bike map is our major streets that get you to the university, they get you to downtown, to City Hall, up to Franklin Field, which is one of our rec department facilities. Pretty much the routes that we have marked are routes that could get you to anywhere that you need to be on this side of Troy.
But with more traffic on the road, safety becomes a concern. The city has implemented a rule to ensure safety.
Be aware of your surroundings. Watch. Give bicyclists at least 3 feet. We have a 3-foot rule here. If you're going to pass a bicyclist, allow at least 3 feet.
Troy Mayor Jason Reeves asked for drivers to be extra cautious.
In this day and time, it's as dangerous as it's ever been with technology, different things of that nature. So we just ask people to be aware of their surroundings at all times.
The city has also added bike racks around the city. Sanders added that Troy is looking to expand the Share the Road initiative and encourage more biking. Courtney Addison, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Once again, remember the 3-foot rule. City officials encourage everyone to use extra caution.
And Troy University students have the chance to honor those who lost their lives in the September 11th attacks by helping out in the Troy community. Sign-ups are now open for this year's September 11th National Day of Service and Remembrance. Students can register to take part in one of a number of volunteer projects to be held Thursday, Friday, and Saturday by visiting the Office of Service Learning in 122 Eldridge Hall. Pre-registration is required to participate. And this is the 4th year Troy has taken part in the National Day of Service.
Time is running out to nominate someone for this year's homecoming court. Applications are due tomorrow by 4 p.m. The homecoming court applications and rules are on the SGA elections website. Troy University female students may only be nominated for homecoming court by an on-campus student organization. A nomination fee of $25 per candidate must be paid by the nominating organization. Only one candidate may be nominated per organization. Once again, homecoming court nominations are due by 4 p.m. tomorrow. To see the rules and get the application, you can visit the SGA's website at trojan.troy.edu/SGA.
And the Trojan Dining Hall is launching a new Go Big campaign this week. And to kick off the event, the Dining Services marketing team is hosting a karaoke night for all Troy students. The event will be Tuesday from 5:30 to 7:30 in the Trojan Dining Courtyard. The marketing team wants this to be a fun event for all students and a way to relax now that the semester is in full swing. Trojan Dining marketing intern Aaron Walker says he feels this is a great way to promote student involvement.
I mean, just come. I mean, it's not, there's no strings attached. There's nothing like that you have to do to perform great. You just come, have fun. I mean, why wouldn't you want to get out in front of everyone and just be a Troy Trojan? And
once again, the Go Big karaoke event is Tuesday night from 5:30 to 7:30 in the Trojan Dining Courtyard.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Moulton, law officers in northern Alabama are searching for an inmate they say failed to return from a work release assignment. Authorities say 24-year-old Christopher Chase Sapp of Hillsborough was being held for failing to appear in court.
And in Opelika, Republican State Representative Barry Moore of Enterprise is asking a judge to delay his perjury trial, which is scheduled to begin next week. Moore's attorney sought the delay after the Alabama Supreme Court refused on Friday to block the indictment against the first-term legislator.
And in Greensboro, authorities say a 7-year-old child was killed after being caught in the crossfire of a shootout between two men as the boy attended a birthday party. DeCorian Johnson was killed in the shooting Saturday night. Authorities say 2 suspects were taken into custody. Still to come on TrojanVision News, the football team took on Duke at home, but the score was not in the Trojans' favor. Amy Austin will have all the details in sports.
And President Obama has a plan to deal with ISIS. Congress is back in session for the first time in 5 weeks to meet with the president. Stay with us.
President Obama says he's taking the fight to Sunni militants and he's looking for congressional support. I'm Craig Boswell in Washington. That story's coming up.
The warrior spirit, it's in there. Always has been. Now let it out and take the world by fire. Train well and learn what it means to be a Troy Trojan. Walk with confidence, conquer, claim territory, and climb ladders. Know that you have the power to stand alone, but the comfort of knowing that you'll never have to. Discover your inner warrior. Find it at troy.edu/spirit.
Get your You're not sitting here.
Yes, I am.
Move! Give it to him hard!
No. Ow.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why are you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how.
Oh, you got...
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on TrojanVision News.
After starting off the game with lots of momentum on their side, the Troy football team fell to the Duke Blue Devils. The Blue Devils came back to take the lead, and Troy was never able to answer those points. Coming out and scoring 2 touchdowns on their first 2 possessions, the Troy football team started the game with determination. But the Duke Blue Devils changed the momentum and defeated the Trojans 34-17.
I thought we competed pretty hard most of the total game and had a chance. Had we been perfect, had we been a little more talented, had we been a little more experienced, had we been whatever, we tried. I thought we had better effort across the board. And, you know, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, I just don't know when the tunnel's going to open up.
And while head coach Larry Blakeney said his team gave good effort, the penalties hurt Troy's possessions.
I think we had much better effort and continuity of 3-phase football, if that's the way to put it. We just had a few little penalties, and you know, we were doing pretty good penalty-wise, and then we got into had a little rash of them, and then we had a couple of turnovers, which hurt us.
While Brandon Silvers is still learning what to do in each game situation, Blakeney said the quarterback performed well throughout the game.
I thought Brandon played well. There was a couple of times I wished that he'd have done some things a little different, but just listening in to the critique on the headset. But if you're going to be a quarterback at this level, you're going to make some mistakes, and until you learn it, and even then, you will have the opportunity to make mistakes.
And even though the team is ready to move to the next game, the competition is still tough in the week ahead.
We got Abilene Christian coming in here, and you know, everybody's going to say, well, that's the easy 1AA team. I saw them against Georgia State on TV.
Troy hosts Abilene Christian on Saturday with kickoff at 6 p.m. The volleyball team completed the Trojan Invitational on Friday by claiming the tournament title. Khadijah Torbert was there and has all the details of the victory.
Troy volleyball team completed a perfect 3-0 weekend at its own Trojan Invitational and took the tournament title after wins over Alabama A&M and Jacksonville State on Friday at Trojan Arena. Junior Blair Winston was named tournament MVP and is grateful for the success her team displayed throughout this tournament.
Happy that we won, but I don't think we should have gone to 3 games, but I'm really proud because this whole weekend, this whole tournament, we've really tested our mental toughness, and I think our team has definitely overcome that, and I think it can only be endless opportunities for the rest of the season.
Head coach Sonny Kirkpatrick says, we've battled playing 8 matches in 7 days. We build a schedule for a reason to test their limits and make them mentally strong, and they've really had a great week, and I couldn't be more proud of them. Tennille Wagner recorded 42 assists as she led the Trojans to their 3rd match with an attack percentage over .300 on the season. She said her first experience playing for the Trojan Invitational has been unbelievable, and it really tested the team and her mindset.
It was awesome. The first match, it was kind of like overwhelming being in the arena, but I mean, it's awesome, and I'm so proud of my team, and I'm happy to be here. I think we played well this game. We definitely played as a team. This whole tournament, we've been testing our mental toughness, and so I think this game showed that, you know, we can definitely come out on top, and our mental toughness is there.
Both Blair and Tanili knew how they wanted the outcomes to be before the tournament started and strived and visualized the wins.
We all knew what we wanted the outcome of this game to be. We wanted to finish the tournament on top, and I think we all were on the same page, and we all just wanted the same goal. So overall, we all reached it. So that's basically what we all wanted.
I'm going on the court. I'm just focusing on what we work on in practice, which is mental toughness. And our coach, Lizzie, she does a really good job of having us visualize before the game. And so I feel like I've already been here. So that's kind of what, helps me.
Khadija Torbert, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
The team heads to Montgomery tomorrow to take on Alabama State beginning at 7 p.m. And the soccer team was on the road after a winning 3-game homestand, but continued the winning streak while playing Gardner-Webb. Troy defeated Gardner-Webb 1-0 after a close contest the entire game. In the 85th minute, junior Alyssa Jones scored the only point of the game and gave the Trojans the victory. Troy took 12 shots, 5 on goal, in comparison to Gardner-Webb's 3. The 4-game winning streak and 4-game shutout streak for the Trojans tie the longest in the program's history. The Trojans host Jacksonville Friday night in the first ever home game in the history of Troy soccer. And the women's golf team headed to Bryan, Texas to compete in the Memorial hosted by Texas A&M. Troy's team has all members of the Sunbelt Conference Championship team returning for the 2014 season. Troy will first be paired with Houston and Tulsa to open up the first round. Other teams competing at the tournament include Auburn, TCU, Florida State, Kentucky, Baylor, ULM, and Stephen F. Austin. And head coach Bart Barnes feels that this is the tournament his team should be looking forward to.
As a coach, you're looking forward to this one. That's a cliche answer in a certain way, but like I said, this is some quality competition, a big-time spot for us to put our best foot forward right away, get out of the gate strong, and start building our rankings push for an at-large bid to regionals.
The tournament is a 3-day tournament in Bryan, Texas.